Sandy says read, and welcome to the channel. Today we are going to do a booktube tag, and this one is the evolution of a booktuber tag. I think I can do the evolution of a booktuber since I've been doing this since 2018. You guys know I did have that brief hiatus in there late in 2018, but basically I've been doing this for a little while. I think I can talk about the evolution of the things going on around here. This is a really short tag, you guys. It's not difficult, I don't think. I did like jot down some notes. You guys know I'm ancient. I need the notes to get through these things. So I did jot down some notes to help us get through it. Let's see, this was created by Jack over at Spread Book Joy. I originally saw this. I first saw it at Steve Donahue's channel. I also watched Gina Stanier. I watched her interpretation of the evolution of a booktuber tag, watched her interpretation of it and decided, oh yeah, I think I could do this. I think I could do it justice. Let's see how it goes. Before I dive too far into it, you guys, let's do just a couple quick housekeeping things. I do want to invite you to subscribe to the channel. You guys, all we do here is book stuff. All right, sometimes we do bird stuff. Typically, it's book stuff. We talk about books. We do booktube tags. So if you're interested in book reviews and bookish talk and bookish things, this is the channel for you. Please subscribe. Please welcome your friends to subscribe. Please click the bell notification icon so that you are notified each time I do like a live stream, because you know we do live stream interviews with publishers and editors and authors and bookish stuff. One more thing. One more housekeeping item. I do have a merch shop because you guys, you can see for yourself that this is not a large channel. I am my own sponsor. So I have a merch shop where you can buy bookish items. And one of the bookish items is, give me the Sandy synopsis. There you go. This one is a long sleeve hoodie that is now available in the shop. And I will put the link to that in the drop-down box below. Everything goes in the drop-down box below, right? All right, we're going to dive into this tag. And the first item on the evolution of a booktuber tag is talking about extinction. Extinction. Are there things you used to do on your channel that you no longer do? You guys? Yeah, I think, well, you know, when I first started this channel, I tried to do more editing than I do now. I used to go all in and I would film a bunch of crap, right? And then I would edit together scenes and stuff. I've even done a couple videos, at least one. I even did a video, you guys, where I had scenes of me like acting out crap in the other room. Yeah, I got all high tech with that one. We don't do that around here anymore. I don't have the time or the skill. And that video looks kind of silly. I could link that in the drop-down box below for you guys. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Was that in 2018? It was a long time ago. All right. I don't even attempt that kind of crap anymore. Utter failure. I am a word editor. My day job is to edit magazine articles, not video. That is not one of my skills. So yeah, we do not do that here anymore. I went through a stage here at the channel where I was just talking directly into the camera on the machine, on the laptop. I was using the web camera on the laptop and just talking straight into that and uploading exactly what was happening there. No editing at all, which was scary. Okay. Now I get to do a wee little bit of editing. I do these videos in StreamYard, and StreamYard, as clunky as it is, it does give me some leeway with editing. I am able to edit out some of the bigger flubs and crazier crap that I do. Like when I sneeze. Yeah, I was out in the yard working yesterday, which you can probably tell there's a little bit of sunburn going on here. Yeah. It is what it is. Okay, so the substantive editing we don't do anymore. I'm losing track of the question, you guys. What else don't I do? Oh, mystery boxes. Back in 2018, eBay had this thing where you could order up a mystery box. I think it was eBay. I'm pretty sure it was eBay. Might have even been Amazon. I don't know. One of those platforms had a situation where you could purchase a mystery box from an owner, from a vendor, right? And they would send you, for 20 bucks plus shipping, they would send you a box of crap and you had no clue what was in it. I used to be a little bit more specific about the type of mystery I was receiving, and I would ask for a mystery box of books. So I would send off to these places that would send back, a box of 20 books. And you didn't know what kind of books you were getting. And so I would get like a mishmash of different books. And I did get some cool books in there, and I would unbox those here on the channel. I was desperate for content back in the day. Yeah. Okay, so I was doing mystery box unboxings. Yeah, I don't do those anymore. And I was going to say I no longer do book box unboxings. Say that 3 times real fast. But I did just recently decide, okay, I'm going to figure out how to afford Book of the Month again. Because Book of the Month doesn't have a whole lot of extra tchotchkes and little thingamadoodles that crappy plastic things that you throw away, right? It's just, I do not mean to denigrate or put down those book box things that do have fancy stuff in them. Don't mean to put that down. Some of those are really cool, but I can't afford that stuff, and half that stuff I did back in the day just throw away. I didn't need it, and it was extra crap I didn't need in my home. So Book of the Month comes with just a book and a bookmark and some flyers of advertising stuff, right? So Book of the Month has started up again. I think it's going to be inexpensive enough that I can justify Book of the Month. We'll see how it goes. I've just unboxed one of them in a previous BookTube tag. Shall we move on with okay, that was the extinction. Let's move on to adaptation. The second prompt, adaptation. What things have you done on your channel or as a result of BookTube that you never thought you would do? You guys, the channel itself is something I never thought I would do. Honestly. So what have you done on your channel, the channel itself? I mean, I was not on YouTube prior to BookTube happening to me. My friend Joe Linsdell, you guys, if you've been here any length of time, you know the story. My friend Joe Linsdell mentioned BookTube during one of her promo days. And I was like, what are you talking about? What's this BookTube thing? And so she explained what BookTube was. I'm like, I'm hooked. I want to be a part of that. And so I dove in head first. So the channel itself is the thing that I would not have thought of doing prior to 2018, the channel itself. But something that once I started the channel, something that I had not thought of doing was interviewing people live on camera. That was not something I would have thought of doing, especially prior to 2020. I mean, before Zoom became all the rage, right? That's not something I would have seen myself doing on camera. I interview people for my day job all the time, but typically that's, call someone up on the phone, ask them some questions, visit with someone. I do an awful lot of email interviews. A lot of people in the construction industry are really busy, so I can chat with them on the phone for 10 or 15 minutes and then send them 20 questions in an email and get the rest of the interview, the rest of the nuggets of information out of them via email. So interviewing people, doing those live streams is something I had not considered until this year. Yeah. What other things? That might be, those are the 2 things I wrote down, you guys, the channel itself and interviewing people on camera. Those are 2 things that I hadn't thought of doing. And really, just the idea of talking about a book review, on camera. I mean, just sitting down in front of the camera and giving a book review to people. That is so bizarre to me. I mean, it's wonderful. I think it's cool, but it's just bizarre, right? I mean, can you imagine back in grade school when we're having to do book reviews and you have to write out a book review and turn it into the teacher? Can you imagine back in those days if someone had said to me, one of these days, you're going to be doing this on camera? I'm like, no, I won't. Yeah. Yes, Andy, you will. Evolution. Evolution is our third prompt. How has BookTube changed you? And what do you aspire to do on your channel in the future? Okay, I know that BookTube has changed me in different ways. Anyone saying that having a channel on YouTube has not changed them is probably in need of some more reflection. Getting in front of a camera and talking to people out there in the world, giving your opinion on books or anything else having to do with books or products or what have you, it's going to change the way you look at the product you're holding in your hand. If you know that when you're done with that product, you're going to be talking to other people about it. We are human beings, okay? We are human beings. We're going to know that at the end of this experience, you have to share this experience with someone. It's going to change the way you deal with that experience. Let's go back to, what is it, The Lost World? When Ian Malcolm explains this to his girlfriend and his girlfriend explains it to him, they're talking to each other about, once you start to observe something, it changes it. I think that happens when we're reading a book. If you know that you're going to be sharing that book with an audience later, it does change the way you're reading the book. It changes the way you experience that book. I think it just does. It's just going to happen. So how has that changed me? Well, I think that BookTube has changed me in that it has altered my reading a bit. It has certainly made me read more. And that's a good thing. And it has made me read more deeply in some cases, and that's a good thing. It has made me read more critically in some cases, and that's a good thing. And it has helped me bring my thoughts to other people, and that's a good thing. So I think BookTube has changed me in good ways. It's helped me in good ways. There are times when BookTube stresses me out, which is not a good thing. For example, today, after, I've been working in the yard yesterday, I'm extremely tired today. I am sore today all over. I'm sunburned. I don't want to be on camera filming crap for the world, but I know I need to do it. And so that's a little bit stressful. If I don't get this done today, then this next week while I'm working for the day job, I'm not going to have a chance to film this stuff. So I need to get it done today. So there is a pressure. BookTube has put that pressure on me in a way. I need to get the content done and made and ready before my work week begins. But that also teaches me a little bit more discipline. I've got to get it done today. I just got to do it. I've got to treat it like the side hustle that it is. Just got to do it. Just got to get it done. Yeah. But I think BookTube has also changed me in that it has helped me see that there are a lot of people out there who still love to read. I mean, you guys, I didn't check to see how many BookTube channels there are, but it's a lot. It's a ton. There's a whole lot of us out here who are talking about books that we have read, books that we want to read, books that are our favorites. I mean, I just did a BookTube TBR tag. Like how many books are on my to be read shelf? You guys, it's over 300. And that's insane. But there are other booktubers out there who have just as many books on their to be read trees and their to be read shelves and their to be read piles. We have so many books out there that we want to read. You guys, that's wonderful. That's an amazing thing. So many people out there are talking about books, excited about books, wanting to read books. I just saw a report that talked about the resurgence of the brick and mortar stores and how much money brick and mortar stores are making on books right now. People are still writing books, releasing books, selling books, getting them out the door. You guys, what was the over 1,300 book titles are released every single day in North America. Over 1,300 books are released every day in North America. That's a lot of books. People are still reading them. People still want them. People are still grabbing this content. That's a really good thing. And BookTube has taught me that we're sharing that with each other. We're still talking about it, as evidenced by the evolution of a Booktuber tag. All right, there's a bonus prompt. Impart your words of wisdom to all of the fledgling booktubers out there. You guys, the first thing I would say is read the book. The book that you're going to talk about on camera, read it. And if that sounds really simplistic, doesn't it? It sounds very simple, very logical, very basic, but there have been some accusations of booktubers having a book that they're showing to the audience and talking about it and not necessarily having in-depth review. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that because I can give you a more concrete example from my own life. Okay? Because I do not want to point fingers at any booktubers. And in fact, I can't, which is good. I'm going to tell you guys that for the Silver Bells book that I've just released, Silver Bells, for this book, I had a blogger reach out to me saying, hey, can I read your book? I'm like, oh, great. I don't have money. Here's the thing. She wanted the free book. So I can give her the free book. She will read the book and give me an honest review. And if I would like to pay her, I can have an author spotlight on her blog. Like, oh, there's the catch. But you know what? Okay. I need the promotion. I need the exposure, and part of the proceeds go to a worthy cause. Okay, fine. And it wasn't expensive. Okay, fine. Well, I saw the review that she posted on her blog, and I looked at this and thought, why did I give you a free book if all you were going to do is regurgitate my synopsis? I don't believe that this blogger read the book. I don't believe it. It happened too quickly. And basically what she wrote on her blog was she could have gotten that from the back cover and from the one sheet that I sent her. I'm like, I don't think you read this book. I don't believe it. She said glowing, wonderful things, 5-star this, blah, blah, blah. But no, I don't think you read my book. That is a problem in BookTube circles, in book blog circles, in review circles, because if you're not reading the book, if you're leaving other readers to believe that you are not reading the book you're reviewing, you're hurting your credibility, and you're hurting the credibility of those of us who are reading books and bringing the full review to people. If that makes sense. I kind of went on a rant there. I'm so sorry. I hope that made sense. Okay, so first of all, I would say read the book. Just read the book that you're going to bring for review. And you know what? If you discover that you're going to DNF the book, you can say that on camera. You can say to the audience, I read up to page 83. So, and then I DNF'd it. But here's what I thought of the first 83 pages. I mean, you can say that on camera. If you're honest with your audience is going to appreciate that. All right. Also, I would say to a fledgling booktuber, your thoughts are valid. Yes, your opinion is valid. If you read a book and you feel a certain way, the way you feel is the way you feel. Your feelings matter. Your feelings are valid. You can talk about your feelings because they're yours, and that's valid. That's what your channel is for. Your channel is to talk about the way you experienced that book. Yes. Yes. And just hit record. We all started somewhere. Just hit record. Just do it. And you know what? If that first video sucks, it's supposed to suck. No one is expecting your first video to be all the glowing, wonderful lights and amazing backdrops and wonderful glowing, visuals and wonderful glowing audio and wonderful glowing words. We're not expecting it to be perfect. We're not expecting Steven Spielberg. No, your first video, if it sucks, okay, you'll do. Oh, Sean Cannell tells us, improve 1% with each video. In the next video, improve 1% more. With each one, just keep improving a little bit more. Gee whiz, one of these days it's going to be glowing and great. I've been doing this for how many years? Since 2018, and I still don't do it very well. There's probably a glare on my glasses. I can't see on the screen. There's probably a glare on my glasses from this ring light. I had to replace this ring light because of an electrical storm, right? I've got another light over there that shines off of these books that I have on display. It's, it is what it is. You set it up, do the best you can. There are folks who, they start out, they just prop their phone up, hit record and do this on the phone. Geez, you guys, just hit record and do what you want. That is what I would say to a fledgling booktuber out there. And let me know that you're a new booktuber so that I can follow your channel. You guys, thumbs up for the evolution of a booktuber tag. I'm so glad that you tuned in for this and followed along with this. I welcome you to subscribe to this channel and click the bell notification on this channel so that you know all the new ways that I'll be evolving.